We're Steve and Audra, traveling full-time in our self-converted Ford Transit camper van with our cat, Lady Gray. We are super excited to start exploring this unique coastal area and to take you along with us. We hope you enjoy the adventure. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. From the coast of Oregon, we have been taking our sweet old time exploring this magnificent area. And this morning we were in Bandon. Pretty excited to share this with you because we were here back in 2018. We got here at night at dark. We had hotel reservations, and then we only had the morning to enjoy this area, and I fell in love with it. So I'm super excited to be back. It is rainy this morning, so we are just hanging out here in the van, just kind of enjoying having a little bit of a down day. I'm trying something new. We went to Grocery Outlet a couple days ago and found some good bargains. Trying this for the first time. I have never had pumpkin spice hot chocolate. It was only 99 cents. So I'm going to try that. And I also restocked on whipped cream. So I'm going to top it off with that. We also got some other great deals. We got some Nature Valley oat bars for 25 cents a box. Look at this. And we got raspberries for $1.25 a container. That's hard to beat. So we're loving Grocery Outlet, at least for some things. A lot of things are just kind of normal prices, but we love finding the deals.
Over the middle, it's Nakula, strong hands to hang on to that ball with Braun all over it.
Well, this is pretty tasty. So Steve is cooking up breakfast this morning, and he's watching football. He's pretty happy with the Eagles game on. We got here and we thought he'd be able to watch it with his little TV antenna that plugs into his cell phone, but we weren't picking up Fox. So he actually signed up for a free trial of Fubo TV, and now he's got the Eagles.
Maybe we can see it from that first angle, but
Oh, there's a seal. He's not under. Oh, there he's again. Oh, you see him over there? There he is. He just popped it back up. Having fun in the waves. So the good news is it stopped raining and I can just see a little bit of blue on the horizon. So hopefully it'll clear out and we'll be able to get outside a little bit more later.
Okie dokie. Brunch is served.
Looks amazing as always. Steve's a good chef.
That is 21 of 32, 226, 3 touchdowns.
All right. It was a sloppy game. Eagles blocked 2 field goals. One, the last one here, right at the end of the game to get the W.
And the sun is out, so I'm gonna go walk around a little bit, check things out. Bandon, Oregon is a charming coastal town located along the Coquille River. It's known for its dramatic sea stacks, wide sandy beaches, and tide pools. The town is also home to a historic lighthouse, a working fishing harbor, and one of the region's most well-known cranberry-growing areas. This spot, Bandon South Jetty Park, is located on the coast at the mouth of the Coquille River with picturesque views of the Coquille Lighthouse. Well, the tide is going out. It's almost low tide. The sun is down, so it's not as bright. We're gonna go explore a little bit. We fell in love with this area when we first visited because of the unique and dramatic rock formations scattered all along the coastline, the incredibly wide beaches, and the treasures to discover as the ocean recedes at low tide. This ever-changing landscape creates a sense of awe and wonder. Exploring the beaches here is stepping into a coastal wonderland. Look at all these starfish and some anemones too. It's awesome. How many there are over there. I absolutely love it here. There are so many, I guess you'd call them sea stacks and rocks. I think I saw a sign earlier that they actually call this the Oregon Islands. It is fantastic, especially when the tide's out. Word. I am in my happy place for sure. The underwater world is revealed here with tide pools teeming with colorful sea stars, crabs, anemones, and other marine life. Every step along the shore offers a new discovery. The salty breeze, the rhythmic crashing of powerful Pacific coast waves, and the endless horizon makes us feel more alive, our senses heightened on this magical adventure in this enchanting place.
Check out that guy. Seagull has a starfish in his mouth.
It's so crazy that they can even eat them. This is definitely one of my favorite places on Earth. I love it here. All right, well, it's dinner time. It's not the healthiest meal in the world, but I think it'll be tasty. We are having sausage and corn with some extra stuff. This is actually our Cuban corn recipe without cilantro. We don't have cilantro. Look at that yumminess. Is that a word, yumminess?
Here.
Sure. What do you think? Well, good morning, you guys. Last night we parked right by the port of Bandon on the street. So that means this morning I could get up for the sunrise and come out here. It's a beautiful morning. There are some crabbers out right on the dock. Some were going out in their boats to put out their traps. There's lots of birds. It's beautiful. And look, the sun is coming up. All right, well, there's the sun. It's a little different than yesterday morning. Washed Ashore is an initiative with temporary and permanent exhibits across the country that uses found and recycled marine debris to create art that draws attention to ocean pollution and environmental stewardship. This whimsical sculpture is Finian the tiger rockfish, constructed from materials such as driftwood, fishing gear, and other items collected from local beaches. My Finian, what a big mouth you have. So our first stop of the morning is Rock State Scenic Viewpoint. It's got amazing views, and then it's also got access to get down to the beach, and it's low tide right now, so that's the perfect time. Ready to go?
Let's go.
Check this out. Banana slug. Rock State Scenic Viewpoint, located just south of downtown Bandon, is known for its dramatic offshore sea stacks, rugged shoreline, and sweeping ocean views. Face Rock is the most prominent sea stack here, visible just offshore from the beach, facing the land with a profile that resembles a human face when viewed from certain angles. Surrounding Face Rock are smaller sea stacks, including a cluster known as the Cat and Kittens, which add to the dramatic coastal scene and are frequently battered by waves during high tide and winter storms. Face Rock and its neighbors are part of a protected marine environment, making the area an important habitat for seabirds and marine life and a favorite subject for photographers drawn to its changing light, tides, and moods. Isn't this wild? This cave is so cool. How fun to get to explore something unexpected like this. It's so cool in here. Hi, Steve. Isn't this cool?
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Steve and Audra Realty. This is our showcase model. You'll see that it has granite ceilings, well, rock at least. As you can see, the flooring has already been installed. It has a very beachy, sandy feel to it. It's very spacious, a lot of square footage. Has a washroom out back. Some people call it the ocean. You can do your laundry and bathing and toiletry needs are all back there. It has 4 kitchens. You just build a fire really wherever you want. Call it a kitchen. All this can be yours if you hurry. This is the last one available. it's only 1.5. Not sure what, but 1.5 of them.
Unique rock formations rising up from the sand and sea create a fantastic labyrinth. Some of these formations have been given whimsical names over time, such as the Wizard's Hat, the Castle, Face Rock, and Cat and Kittens Rock. Well, that was an incredible way to start the morning. I love Bandon. Did I mention that? So today we didn't realize that the libraries are closed, or the library in the area. It's Monday. So this morning when I was walking around the port, I found a little pavilion here with some seating and outlets. So I think we're going to try to work there this morning.
So, as Audra mentioned earlier, the library is closed today, unfortunately, so we have to improvise. Thankfully, Audra found this pavilion earlier this morning, and not a bad place to work. Unfortunately, they don't have any power, or at least power that's turned on, so we have to improvise, and we dug out our spare Delta, and using that to charge up our laptops. And hopefully that will get us through most of today. And while we're working, we're being serenaded. Can you guys hear that? It's pigeons. We're not sure if they're underneath the pavilion or on top or both, but they're just cooing and cooing and cooing. This pavilion has turned out to be a very popular place. Right about noon o'clock, it got really windy, so had all sorts of people darting in here. Seems to be a popular place to get fish and chips, so a lot of people were having their lunch and just getting out of the freezing cold temperatures. It's not freezing cold, it's probably about 60 degrees, but with the wind chill, it's got to be at least 55.
Everybody bringing their fish and chips in here and smelling up the place makes me want fish and chips again. All right, so we've wrapped up our time working and back in the van. It's nice and warm and toasty, and our little kitty girl has been loving it in the sun up here.
At the stop sign, turn right onto 11th Street Southwest, then you will arrive at your destination.
Well, this is a pretty perfect spot.
Not too bad.
Look at that view. So this view we have just to the south of us is the picture that I've had on my desktop for the last several years. Coquille Point, often also pronounced Coquille, is a scenic coastal headland offering elevated views of the Pacific Ocean and the dramatic sea stacks that line this stretch of the southern Oregon coast. From the bluff, there are amazing views out over the rugged cliffs, offshore rock formations, and sandy beaches below, as well as the opportunity for glimpses of seabirds, marine life, and whales during seasonal migrations. This area is part of the Oregon Islands National Wildlife Refuge, which protects the chain of small offshore rocks, reefs, and islands that stretch along much of the coast, preserving critical habitats for seabirds and marine mammals. Well, it's time to go look at more tide pools. Each day here on the beach was different, offering amazing views and unique experiences. This evening, as the sun was setting behind the sea stacks, its light danced on the crashing waves and kissed everything with a golden glow. It was both breathtaking and mesmerizing. In these moments, we are reminded why we enjoy travel and exploration so much, basking in the beauty and often unexpected delights found in nature. Wow, that's awesome. Look at that. Getting to see this parade of horses on the beach was quite a treat. What a perfect way to end the evening, with such beautiful creatures adding to the already beautiful scenery. Well, that is awesome. We've been wanting to see horses close up on the beach. We finally got to see them. Staying right by here. It was awesome. Before we find a place to park for the night, we are ending our evening back at the South Jetty. The main reason being because there are bathrooms here and trash cans and water refill. So Steve's taking care of some of that stuff, and I'm going to work on planning our next few days. Well, we are all settled in for the night. We have come to a public parking lot, and it's kind of crazy here. I think we mentioned before, here in Oregon, it kind of seems like a free-for-all with overnight parking, and we're not going to complain about that, but it's also a little confusing, and maybe we overthink things. So last night we parked on the street. We haven't seen any signs about an overnight parking on the street, but we like to not park in the same place too many times, so we have come to this parking lot. It actually was listed on iOverlander. I think it's one of the only places in the area on iOverlander. And the funny thing is, there are signs all over this parking lot. It's a public parking lot, but it says no camping or overnight parking. But it's pretty full with campers and vans. So we actually stayed here the first night we came to town, and we're going to do it again. It kind of blows our minds that here we are parked with signs all around us saying that we're not supposed to be doing it, but it seems like it's not enforced and we don't get it. The other thing is, I think we actually could have parked at the South Jetty or lots of other places that are even scenic. We've seen vans parked at different places. It looks like they're going to be there for overnight, but we try to play it kind of safe. And maybe we don't need to. Maybe we could actually have stayed in a more scenic spot. But this is fine because it's just right next to the water. So it's also kind of scenic, even though it's in a parking lot. So I think it'll be fine. We don't expect a knock tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Look, there's a seal. Look, 2 seals. Well, good morning, you guys. Out walking for another sunrise here in the little downtown by the water. And this morning I'm being treated to seeing some seals close up. There's 3 little guys that have been hanging out here just floating around, sticking their head up. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. It's really nice seeing how the light hits the lighthouse back there in the morning when the sun comes up. And just hearing all the birds, seeing the crabbers out. I love this area. So beautiful. I took the opportunity on this quiet morning to explore the downtown of Bandon. This charming coastal town has a rich history shaped by both its natural beauty and a resilient community. Founded in the late 19th century, Bandon grew around the timber and fishing industries, and the town was famously rebuilt after a devastating fire in 1936. The town has a welcoming small-town atmosphere, with the Old Town district filled with a variety of shops, galleries, and waterfront dining. Bandon is also home to the iconic Bandon Dunes Golf Resort and hosts a thriving cranberry industry, making it a unique mix of natural wonder, history, and local culture. Of course, our favorite thing about Bandon is its close proximity to the Coquille River and the dramatic coastline, dotted with towering sea stacks and windswept beaches.
Well, obviously we made it through the night without any issues. Now we're off to find Cosmo, the tufted puffin.
That's right. We're going back to where we were last night, one of our favorite spots, and I finally learned how to say it. We're going to Coquille Point. All right, we're here, and I'm going back down to the beach. Well, it's another gorgeous day at the beach. I am loving it. Well, the tide is coming in, so I can't go as far today. But my goodness, this beach does not disappoint at all. There are just so many different rock formations, so many different nooks and crannies, and sea life, and to see the waves crashing through the rocks, it is fantastic.
Breakfast is served.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, look, it's Cosmo. Made 100% out of garbage. He's still cute, isn't he though?
Cosmo the Puffin is another washed-ashore art piece, a playful sculpture created from salvaged and recycled marine debris, celebrating Oregon's seabirds. All right, well, the library is officially open. Finally, we're gonna go do some work now. Playtime is over. Dinner looks delicious. We've got pasta with sausage. That looks pretty good. And we have some good old-fashioned canned green beans.
These beans are straight from the farmer to the factory, to the canning facility, to the store, to our van, to the pot.
Then from the pot to my plate where they touched my pasta, which that's not good, so I had to kind of separate things a little bit. Let us know, do you prefer to keep your food kind of separated? Depends on what it is, but I don't like mine all mixed together, touching too much.
I, on the other hand, am very inclusive, and I don't care if my food intermingles.
Well, good morning, you guys. We parked at the South Jetty last night, and we woke up with fog settled all around us. I got up for the sunrise. It's coming up now. It's beautiful out. It's the first time we've been here, though, in Bandon when we've woken up to fog. So it's our last morning. want to go down and walk on the beach. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see much though because it's so foggy down there. And the sun's not quite touching down there yet. So we'll see. Either I'm just getting closer or the fog is starting to clear out, but I can finally see some more of the sea stacks and little islands out here. So in addition to everything else that's amazing here already in Bandon, another thing about this beach is it's a good place to find some stones. I guess people find agates and jasper, petrified rocks, and other things. I'm not very good at knowing what's what, but there are a lot of cool rocks on the beach. Look at all these starfish. So you would think I would get sick of all the sea critters, the sea stars, the anemones, but I don't. I'm always so excited when I see them, and that rock was so cool. It's just covered. So it's kind of chilly this morning. That means low 50s, and I just got my feet all wet. They're a little cold, but it's worth it. Wow, just look at this. Would you get tired of this? So I think this is kind of crazy. This looks like just kind of a normal rock, but it's actually covered with sea anemones, like wall-to-wall sea anemones. It's like kind of regular rock. And then you get down in the water and you can see that these guys are opened up. Oh my gosh, there are seals. Oh my goodness, there are even seals here today. They're just laying on the rocks here. Awesome. There's some oyster catchers, and I think some ready turnstones. Well, my adventure for the morning's over. Heading back to the van to check on Steve and the kitty, see if they're both up yet or not. When I left them, they were tucked in snug up in the bed. Of the two of us, Steve and I am definitely the nature geek. You can probably tell that. I leave him in the van in the morning and head out here, and I love every minute of it. I can't get enough of it. So this morning was absolutely awesome. Bandon Beach, or Bandon, has been absolutely awesome. Kind of sad to go. Hi, Steve. Here's my kitty girl. Did Daddy wrap you all up in the blanket, huh? So Steve was awake, but our little kitty girl is all tucked in. He tucked her in the blanket. She's definitely a Florida kitty. She likes her heat. So now she looks like a little burrito.
All right, so we're starting to make our way south. We've come to Devil's Kitchen. I'm gonna go out and see what's what.
Devil's Kitchen is a fascinating and dramatic coastal area where the ocean's power has carved the volcanic rock into jagged cliffs, deep crevices, and natural kitchens that seem to bubble and hiss as waves crash against them. This rugged section of the shoreline is both eerie and captivating, offering more striking views of the sea, sea stacks, and tide pools teeming with marine life. Our Our stop at Devil's Kitchen wraps up our time in Bandon, and that means it's time to keep making our way south. What a gift to be able to spend several days here in this absolutely magical beachside town and get to explore such amazing scenery. It's one of the places we love so much, we've asked ourselves, could we live here in the future? Just maybe. We love how accessible the beach is, the small town feel, and the beauty of this place. The whole Pacific Northwest coast has been so incredible, but there is something extra special to us about this little place. We have several more stops planned before we wrap up our time in Oregon, and hope you join us next time for the next adventures. This is where we're going to leave you for this episode. If you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron by using the link on the screen that we've also included in the video description, along with information about today's adventure and our channel. A special thank you to all our patrons. We appreciate your ongoing support. Thanks for coming along with us on this van life adventure. Please take a second to hit the like button below, leave a comment to let us know you're watching, and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget, you can also connect with us and see my photos of the places we visit on our Facebook and Instagram.